30?
Yeah. It's episode 30.
The Microsoft Teams this week. Got some bad weather outside, a little rainy, a little icy.
Right.
So figured we'd do it this way. It probably doesn't come off. I don't know how it's going to sound on the podcast, how it's going to look on YouTube, but, fuck it. We're just giving it a shot, see how it goes.
We here, damn it.
We are here.
Yeah.
Can't let our fan base down, our 8 fans.
He's at our 8 fans. It's at least 10, Art.
10 and a possible.
So, let me see what I got here. I got a Founder's Dirty Bastard.
Yes.
Scotch style ale. Dark in color. A little malty. Very strong though. Very strong. I highly recommend it.
Gotcha.
I mean anything by Founders, which is in Michigan, I believe. So.
Gotcha.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
let me see if I can. Let's see the color.
that is a good color.
Yeah. Like a dark red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, side note on the one I was drinking, the Irish ale I was drinking last week, the Great Lakes one, Conway's Irish ale. It's like a dark brownish color like that. That made me think of it. We were trying to figure it out on the podcast, so it is like a darkish brown. But this week I have a New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Captain Dynamite IPA. I don't know if y'all can see the can, but yeah, it might be a little blurred. My background's blurred, so
I've been enjoying those Voodoo Rangers, like this a 7% and a 9%. That 9% is pretty good.
This one is 7.7.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an Indian Pale Ale, and Justin approves of this. It is pretty good.
Very good. Over here, all is right with the world now. I got my Broken Skull IPA back, so we're all good, and we're gonna chase that with some apple pie. For those of you that know, you know.
I got a Jack is joining us. I have a Jack and Ginger right here with me. So
Alcohol.
No, alcoholics are quitters.
So yeah.
It's a nice sippy cup you got there, Clip.
Yeah, it is. As you tend to get more drunk, it lessens the chance of spillage.
Spillage, yeah. Thinking ahead, I like it.
Yeah.
So what's the date? Today is February 13th. Tomorrow is February 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, one of my least favorite holidays in the world.
And a month away from your favorite.
Yes,
yeah.
We'll get to that. Yeah. So we'll get to that. For those that don't know. But Valentine's Day, for all you husbands and boyfriends, it's a lot of pressure on you. It's one of the 33 reasons I got divorced.
We don't have time to ask, but I would love to know the other 32.
No,
we don't have time for that.
No.
Just, you got something special for tomorrow?
Nah, not really.
No.
Yeah, I've been married a long time. It don't.
So with the years, it goes. The pressure goes down a notch each year.
Yeah. She expects less and less of me as the years goes on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shit, a month from now, just happens to be your birthday, Just.
Yes, it is.
March 14th. I just found out that it's a Steak and BJ Day on March 14th every year. Same day every year. Steak and BJ.
Man.
Yes, it is.
Just I envy you and your birthday being the same day as that.
It is the greatest day ever.
How come nobody knew about this?
The women kept it from us.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Females didn't want us to know.
A global effort by the feminists to keep this day away from us.
Yeah.
If you look at it on Wikipedia, it even says it's a satirical holiday.
Mhm.
I believe it's a real holiday.
Hey, it's just as real as Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot disagree with that. This is real Valentine's Day. Shit, I mean, I guess maybe somewhere I need to put my email out there. Anybody want to help me out on Steak and BJ Day? I'm
Yeah.
available.
Yeah. Same here. And I make it easy. I provide my own steak.
I don't even need to see your COVID papers. It's just
Yeah. And no need for a love contract.
yeah, it's just March 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, wow.
Yeah, y'all some wild dudes. Y'all some wild dudes.
See, what else has happened? Oh, what's that college, Just? That
Bluefield College.
Bluefield College suspended their whole team
Yeah, suspended them for a game.
for not kneeling for the national anthem.
For kneeling for it.
I mean, for kneeling for it, for not standing for it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I can't believe we're still there.
Yeah.
Did they play that game, or did they? You know what I'm saying?
They played that game. They got suspended for the next game.
The next game.
Now, the president said they had been warned that they can't kneel. Now, they haven't heard from any of the players, so I don't know how true that is. But if that's true, then you can't be mad at the consequences because you knew it was coming.
I mean, if that's the rules, that's the rules. I just can't believe that's the rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you've been warned, that's the consequences. Now, like I said, none of the players are commenting. So if that wasn't the case, if that's just them trying to cover themselves, then that's one thing. But if you've been warned, that was the rules.
Their lawyers have advised them not to comment.
Probably. Probably.
I just thought, I wonder why we still play the national anthem. Like, if it's all American people, American teams, like we're not playing a Russia college. Why? What's the need? What's the point of? I just don't get it.
I don't know.
Before every game, maybe a championship game, sure, but every game,
I don't know. Dallas Mavericks had stopped playing it, and then
Adam Silver.
they got
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. As a former athlete, it's like I never understood it anyway. Like before a game, I need to hear some music that's going to get me hyped, really get me into it, and that does not do it.
No, that's not do it.
Well, I talked to one of my old coaches when it was big, when the whole Kaepernick thing came down, and he said more than likely we probably would have stayed in the locker room. They wouldn't have let us out. So,
does anybody know the demographic of Bluefield College?
Well, I don't know the basketball team or the student body, but I know around the college, it's mega country.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Explanation over.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's West Virginia.
West Virginia.
We're getting a lot of questions answered, aren't we?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think before we get into that, I forgot I had something else to mention, but I think I'll save it for another time.
Okay.
So your son had a paper that he had to do for what class was it?
It was for one of his English classes at college.
English class, and the topic was did he choose the topic or was the topic for everybody?
The topic was for everybody, and it was, does Google make us stupid?
Does Google make us stupid? Well, It can. Yeah, I mean, shit. Anything can make you stupid if you use it wrong.
True.
You know.
I
don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, I tend to say, in a sense, it does because nobody really thinks anymore, tries to figure anything out. It's just let's Google it. I mean, I do it. I ain't gonna lie. Instead of trying to figure it out or actually learning, it's just pick up your phone and Google it, Wikipedia it, see what it says.
Yeah. I think if I don't know, if you are Googling something and you want to learn some information on it, if you're not just taking the first page you get to, or you know what I'm saying, if you're gathering a lot of information on it and deciphering that way, then I think then it's not making you stupid. But if you're just Googling shit, especially news and stuff, and you're taking the first article that comes up there and bam, that's your belief, you know, that is making you quite dumb.
So if I get on Google right now and I don't know, read the first few articles I see, I can go be a brain surgeon right now, huh?
Well, probably.
I don't know about just reading them, but I mean, shit. You need some practice, but you could do it.
Or you could just stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
There it is. Yeah, that's all you need, man. Google and Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The internet's a double-edged sword, man. Regardless, you know, it can make. I mean, I've seen it. We've all seen it. It's making people dumb as a bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is. And like you said, if you really wanted to know, you would research 3, 4, 5 pages or do whatever.
Yeah.
But you have some people. When you said that, I thought about it for a second. You have some people that'll read headlines and just assume from there. They read the headline or what's printed in bold and go from there.
They read the clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. And that is
it's dangerous as fuck, man.
Yeah, it is, because you don't get the whole story. You get whatever somebody wants you to see, whichever narrative somebody wanted you to see.
Especially when it's news. A lot of news tends to be op-eds, which are just opinion editorials. So it's somebody's opinion on a thing. Yeah. So, and a lot of times in Google, man, Google has these algorithms that they, depending on who pays the most money, shuffles that shit to the top.
Yeah.
So it's you really got to do your. I mean, it's fine to Google shit, but Google a lot of it.
Especially like you said, they have algorithms that do it, and I'm not saying it doesn't matter what side you're on, but I'm just using it as an example. If you're a liberal, then a lot of the stuff that comes up has a liberal slant to it. If you're a conservative, then a lot of the stuff that comes up on your end has a conservative slant to it, and it gives you kind of
it gives you what you want to hear.
Exactly. Whether it's true or not, that's a whole different issue.
Like, it's crazy now. I'm getting, because YouTube's owned by Google,
right?
And so now stuff that I Google, a video will come up when I click on YouTube. Like, I didn't even search for it on YouTube, but it's like, oh, Arthur, we know what you like, want to hear, and want to see. So they already automatically put that on my YouTube feed.
Yeah, that's what the as Cliff said, that's what Vicky does. From if you talk about something, your phone, next thing you know, you got ads for it.
Yep.
Like, case in point, when we were off air and I was telling y'all about the microphone that I was looking at and stuff for the equipment. Well, as I'm setting my phone up while we're talking, I'm looking on my phone. I go on Facebook. I got an ad for microphones.
I had the same one when I got on IG. Yeah.
It's like, crazy, yeah. It almost make you want to mute your phone or put your phone on the other side of the room while you're talking.
Won't do any good. I told you, disconnect that from your locks and your door and with your lights and stuff, man. Don't do it.
All right. Full disclosure, what Cliff is saying is I have Google Home in every room except for my bedroom in my house. Now, I don't have it on my locks because I'm too, I'm figuring somebody will hack it or something and unlock my doors or lock my doors or some shit. So I don't have it on any of my locks. I just have it in each room to where I can broadcast to kids upstairs or anything like that. Oh, I don't have it in my bedroom.
Full disclosure, Justin's a prisoner in his own house.
I am not, but I don't have it in my bedroom.
You don't want Vicky listening to the coitus?
I mean, because she hears it anyway.
My bedroom is off limits. You never know if have y'all seen the movie Jexy? I'm not trying to have that happen. Go watch it. It is hilarious.
Spell it.
Jexi.
Okay.
Basically, the guy's phone basically takes over his life. His phone, Jexi is like whatever you use, like for I got Bixby or whatever you use
Siri.
for Apple. Yeah, or Siri. Jexi is on the movie is that type of thing on his phone. But she be sending pictures out to his job and stuff when she get mad at him and all types of stuff. She be talking shit to him. Yeah, Jexi is a hilarious movie. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, check it out.
They got the wrong name. They just installed Jarvis.
Yeah, you gotta see it. Jexi is hilarious.
Shit's scary.
Yeah.
Fucking Google, man. Google gonna take over the world. They're already halfway there.
Pretty much,
I mean, we have. There's a whole bunch of other search engines out there, yet everybody only uses Google.
Because Google is quote unquote the best one.
Mm.
Well, it's everywhere. It comes pre-installed on all your gadgets.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does.
All using YouTube. That's all the same. So shit, man.
You're gonna be locked into something. I'm trying to tell you.
See, you go on Google and get some info, then you go on YouTube and get a how-to video. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express, you can do anything.
Hey, look, me and Cliff was talking about building a deck, and we had YouTube and some wood. I could build a deck on my house.
Fucking right.
It only took one semester of wood shop.
Yeah.
Didn't even need that. Google teaches you YouTube teaches you how to build bunkers.
Yes. Yeah.
And that may come in handy here soon.
Oh, man. Once my cryptocurrency take off, I'm gonna spend all my money on building a bunker.
You may need one pretty soon.
That's exactly right there in the backyard, bunker.
Because it could get pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it could.
So in that regard, Google is gonna make me smart as a bitch.
But it
depends on the person, I think, is the answer.
Okay, that's what I was getting ready to ask. So what's your answer to it?
I think it depends on the person.
It could. I don't know. It
depends on the mission.
Dumb, though.
Yeah, it depends on the mission.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because it could give you, like you said, it could give you almost anything you want.
Yeah, man. If you want to Google on how to change your sex, it's making you dumb as a bitch.
Man, I think you're already dumb if you want to Google that anyway.
Well,
so it doesn't make you. It heightens what you already are. How about that?
Yeah, okay. I can see that. But if you wanted to change your sex, and people that want to do that, they'll say it make you smart.
Yeah. Those people.
Now I'm just playing devil's advocate, but
Just pop in a different video.
But if there's certain things, if you want to see it, you can Google it. I'm sure you'll find it.
You'll find whatever you're looking
I've come
for.
across. I've come across stuff by accident by typing in wrong. And, oh my God.
Oh man, that's dangerous too.
Yeah.
The autocorrect.
That's ridiculous.
You're trying to find out who Prince Albert was, but then it's showing you pictures of Prince Albert. Kind of
There's nothing worse than seeing a Prince Albert as a guy. Maybe if I was female, it would be different. But as a guy, that is pretty bad. Nobody wants to see that.
I mean, why would Google think I want to see that?
Maybe it thinks you're, part of the rainbow family, right?
Well, no, I mean, if somehow Google was tied into my Pornhub searches, it should know that's not what I'm searching for.
I mean, they should.
They got an algorithm for everything except for that.
The one they need.
Because if your Pornhub searches came up when you open Google, you'd probably be more interested in those videos.
You'd know a lot more about me.
Yeah. So
you see my shit like, damn, Art's he's for sure not gay, but he's really weird with it.
I wouldn't want to know you like that, right?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Then you'd have to. Then there'd have to be you'd have to pre-warn people before you open Google. Like, I'm not sure what's gonna pop up.
Yeah. Oh, I have to do that already.
Yeah. I try to clear my search history every night just in case I lose my phone.
You don't want somebody to find it and be like, what's this weird ass?
Well, I mean, I got fingerprint protection, but I mean, people know how to get in all sorts of shit, man. I just don't want to know. Or if I pass away, parents find it, I don't want them to know that before they put me in the ground.
Look, I posted it a while back, a meme on Facebook, and it said, if at my funeral, if one of my friends start saying this one time, it said, y'all unplug their mic. Yeah. So I'm telling y'all that now. If y'all start at my funeral, start saying, yo, this one time, the mic cutting off on you.
Yeah. Like they say, a real friend will delete your hard drive before anyone else gets there.
Yeah. Exactly. And hey, look, and I expect that of you too. Yeah. I'm expecting y'all to go in and delete everything.
Just put all my electronic stuff in a pile and just set it on fire. Don't worry about what's on it. Don't need nothing.
Right. Leave the judgment out of it.
Yeah, just set it on fire.
Yeah, I'm with you. That does not need to get out for the world to see if I die. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Or if it does, just know that I am normal.
Yeah.
Yes. And then hire somebody to clean all my stuff out. I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let nobody walk in and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna start going through this." Don't do that.
Matter of fact, it's gonna be a short list of people that have that that access.
Yeah. You got to sign in like it's a crime scene. You got to sign in to see who was okay.
That's right. Swipe your badge, scan your eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah. Because no need. So, but yeah.
So I think we've come to the conclusion that Google makes you stupid and smart and everything in between.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much. Yeah.
To make you very, very happy and very, very sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, it will.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a second with another segment. I think just changed beers.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I have a native species from the Blue Mountain Brewery. It's a hoppy Belgian American ale. I was told to to read the description. So it's 6.6%, but here's the description. Let the current of American hops and Belgian yeast wash into the deep glen of your senses. Contemplate the complex maze of flavors swirling around like vermiculate patterns. All is right again. So there you go, fellas.
Well,
sound like F. Scott Fitzgerald's follow-up to The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
There's the bottle, if you can see it. There's the bottle. But
Native species, huh?
yeah. And yeah, I don't recommend. I'm just saying it's got a pretty weird aftertaste. It's not one of my favorites. Let me just say that.
The description was better than the taste.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's only for the natives.
Maybe. It's not. Hey, look, it's not porch rocker bad, but it's bad.
Oh man. Yeah, I think that's at the top of the bad beer list for us.
Yeah.
The Sam Adams porch rocker.
Yeah.
What is it? The bitter beer face? Yeah.
All right.
That's that face when you get one that don't smell too good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like the bad vagina face.
Yeah. Same principle. Same thing. Same principle.
Oh shit.
Skunky beer, skunky vagina. Same principle.
Yeah. It happens.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You ever get one of those jumps where as soon as the pants come down, you be like, whoa, what the hell? And then you go ahead and do it anyway. Yeah.
Well, you're not a punk, all right?
I ain't punk.
You push through.
I came here for a reason.
Yeah. Just act like it's fourth quarter and I'm down 7.
Yeah. And you wearing a Bulls jersey with 23 on.
Yeah. Get through it. Y'all ain't right.
Where's the lie?
So came up with this topic because the other day I was reading and there was a bunch of people who were, I guess, realizing or upset at how the movie Grease was sexist. And
Hold on, what?
The topic of this segment is movies and TV shows that can't get made today. Not that Grease can't get made today, but from the way the reaction was of these people who had, some of them had just saw it for the first time, and some of them were rewatching it, and it's just dawning on them now that it's a sexist movie.
Well, it was in the 50s.
Yes, it's a movie made in the 70s about the 50s.
Right.
Of course, it's sexist. If it wasn't, I'd be like, it's a terrible movie. This is not accurate at all. But
right,
so a lot of shit. I'm not sure. I don't know the way they were acting. That might not be able to get made today. But there are a whole lot of movies and TV shows that could not get made today. One off the top of the dome would be Airplane. A lot of the jokes and shit. Or you had a whole line of people, a lot of men just waiting to beat up a woman or smack a woman.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't shut up.
Right.
Those nasty jokes that the pilot was asking that young boy.
Yeah. You ever been in a Turkish prison?
Cindy, you ever seen a grown man naked? Yeah, shit like that. I don't think that would play today. People will lose. I think people will lose their mind over
They
that.
would. They would.
Yeah.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Airplane would be so cut up today. By the time it got on, it'd be 15 minutes long.
Yeah. It just ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all was saying like All in the Family.
Man, All in the Family would never play today. Archie Bunker was the most sexist and racist dude
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And even the theme song, I think when we was talking about this subject the other night, when we was talking about this show and the subject, we was talking about the theme song. And he was like, when guys were guys and men were men. It would never play.
Yeah.
We
Now
don't need a welfare state.
yeah.
Yeah. Then of course, never would have got the Jeffersons, but the
No.
biggest one was like never would have got Sanford and Son.
Ever.
Yes. No.
There's no way Red Fox would ever made it on TV in today's time.
No. And
Well,
for real, I don't think we would have had Al Bundy either.
Al
No.
Bundy been on there.
No.
I mean, he bashed women for the whole episode.
Yeah.
No
Well, you
mess.
remember
Today.
Red Fox when on that episode when Lamont went to court and he was like, "Look at all these niggas in here."
Yeah.
That would have never played.
Yeah.
There's enough niggas in here to make a Tarzan movie. That would have never.
You can't drop M-bombs on network television.
Yeah, that would have never made it. Ever. Yeah, you wouldn't. Jeffersons, Al Bundy, none of that would have ever. And to some extent, Good Times. When you think about the earlier episodes with James,
Yeah.
there's a couple of episodes where James would go in on different people or whatever. Those episodes would have never played.
I don't know. I think those would have made it, but they would have been considered pushing the envelope.
Maybe
that would have been like the upper limits of what they would accept.
Because remember when JJ was dating that girl from the rich side of town?
Yeah.
And James and her parents came over, and James said, "Look at Mr. and Mrs. Oreo. Did you hear this nigga? Did you hear this?"
Yeah, somebody might have a problem with that.
It wouldn't have happened, Captain. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah. So, but definitely All in the Family, Sanford and Son, Al Bundy. What's some other movies? I can't think of none offhand.
Porky's would have never. I don't think Porky's would have made it. I'm not sure American Pie would have made it today.
True. I forgot about Porky's.
Yeah, Porky's was. Porky's was raw.
I forgot about Porky's.
Yeah, they might have said American Pie would have been kind of bullyish.
Yeah. American Pie would have been. It'd have been iffy.
Stifler's character would have never been allowed. If you've ever seen American Pie, you would know Stifler's character would have never been allowed.
But they wouldn't have.
But
on
a side note,
Jim
I
afterwards.
would have hung with Stifler in high school.
Boy.
Yeah. Whole school would have known about Stifler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you got shit like I was thinking the other day, in Revenge of the Nerds, didn't Lewis dress up as that girl's boyfriend and then rape her in the fun house?
Yes.
And that's a comedy. I'm not sure that.
Well, he didn't rape her. He used his mouth.
Okay.
He used his mouth.
Going by that logic, Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, the cartoon.
Pepe Le Pew would have never made it. In fact, Looney Tunes would have been off the air after the first episode.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes was the most racist, chauvinistic.
Yeah.
any adjective you could come up that's bad, Looney Tunes was, and it was awesome.
You,
It raised
you had
us.
Pepe Le Pew, Bugs Bunny dressing up as a girl.
Yep.
You had the African
Actually,
person
that
with
might have made it. That part might have made it today.
Wait, shut up, what? I know where you're going there. But you had Bugs Bunny dressing as a girl. You had the African dude with the bone in his nose.
Yep.
That couldn't. I mean, come on, man.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah. And his cousin Slowpoke. And Slowpoke was high as gas.
That was the most racist shit ever.
And if you want to go cartoons, you had Tom and Jerry, but you remember the Mamie? All you saw was her ankles.
Yeah.
That was racist as a bitch. You seen her ankles? And she was a black lady with the socks down around her ankles and some house shoes.
Yeah.
So that means no South Park.
Oh, hell no.
Well, I don't know. It depends. See, you can make stuff like that if you put it on like Comedy Central or FX. Like, apparently, cartoons, if in a adult cartoon form, is okay because Family Guy is the most racist shit ever, but it's funny as hell. But it comes on at a certain time.
And it comes on a cable station.
Cable station.
But what I'm saying is when South Park started, it was coming on Fox. There's no way in the hell you would get South Park on Fox today.
No. You got to go to Comedy Central, FX.
Right.
Because there's a show on FX.
BET.
Yeah.
Late night, yeah.
There's a show on FX called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Seen it?
To me, it's one of the most hilarious things I ever watched in my life.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, but you cannot put that shit on CBS because it's all racist and homophobic jokes. It's great, but it can't come on regular TV.
Offending too many people.
It would be if people. I don't think everybody knows about it because it comes on FX. I don't think everybody watch. I'm not sure what the ratings are, but it's on like 14 seasons, so it might. I mean,
look, if it got 14 seasons,
people might know.
Somebody's watching it. I watched it a couple of times. So yeah, if it got 14 seasons.
But I haven't heard any backlash from it, so I don't know. That's weird because they go hard.
Well, that tells you who likes it.
Yeah, there was backlash on what's that show? Big Bang Theory. There was backlash on that.
What kind of backlash they going on Big Bang Theory?
It was offensive to
nerds.
Well, I didn't want to say nerds, but I was going to say the smart people. You said nerds. I didn't say it. But they said people were upset because they said Sheldon was he had autism, and they said that was offensive.
So I got the question for you now. Kind of pivot a little bit. At what point is something termed, I guess, illegal or immoral today? I mean, at what point do you hold this against somebody who did something way back when it was okay to do it?
I don't know. Ask Bill Cosby. Now, let me stop. Let me stop that. I take that back. Rewind.
Well,
like where should the line be drawn?
I don't know.
You mean for like old shows you acted on, or old tweets, or
yeah, like old stuff, like we were talking earlier about the sexist stuff in the 50s. Like if you were doing that stuff back then, should you be held accountable for that today?
I don't think so,
but you will be.
You will be.
Yeah. I don't know if it's you should be held accountable because that's subjective. But the thing is, you will be.
As Dave Chappelle said, we are the worst people he's ever had to try to entertain in his life.
Yeah.
Because they'll go back. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And we got to understand that all this stuff is entertainment. It's supposed to entertain.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that's how they think it should be or like that. It's just art imitates the world. Are we only supposed to show the the good stuff or the I don't know.
No, you only show what they want you to show.
Yeah,
and as you said, Dave Chappelle, and I was thinking about that. A lot of times, comedy is supposed to bring to light issues.
It is,
but in a way that's not too offensive to anybody. Like I always use this. I use this one a lot. Michael Collier was talking about police brutality back in the 80s.
Yep.
So and people took offense to it, but what he was saying was, that's real in the community that I live in.
Red Fox used to allude to that on Sanford and Son. That was the 70s.
Yes. And that's what I was saying. You're supposed to be able to say stuff like that without the backlash so that it brings awareness to it. Because one of Michael Collier's funniest jokes was when Rodney King got beat up. And he said he ain't know nothing about Rodney King. He said police been beating up black people forever. He said when he saw Rodney King getting beat up, he thought it was a new Timex commercial. He said I called my agent. Who the hell's Rodney King? Why is he getting all the work?
I remember that. But that shows you how far we've come, because comedians used to get a pass on all that shit. Now they don't even get a pass on it.
Nope.
Shit's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
It is. Terrible.
And I don't, all of this, like, say Family Guy, for example. A lot of this shit I don't agree with, but it's funny the way they do it, and I can't help but to laugh at it. I mean,
right.
I don't know. I'm not offended by any of it. They make black jokes all the time, and some of them shits is right on point too.
Well, all right, you're not offended easily, though. That's the thing. You're not part of that offended easily generation.
But should we care about offending people? Isn't that a you problem? Is that a you problem?
To an extent. I get what you're saying, but we're not easily offended. But like when you say, should we care to offend somebody? Like if a white person looks at you and says, hey, you fucking nigger, then yeah, we should care about that. But if it's in a TV show and they're just making jokes, to me, I'm not offended by that. But in this culture today and time, they are offended by it all.
They are, but I still think that's a them problem and not the artist's problem.
Well, true. That's what I said, to an extent. Because if the artist is over the top, like if a white dude come out in blackface and is dancing around and talking about Sambo, then yeah, I got a problem with him.
But then that's also a history towards that too.
True, and I had a problem with it in history. But I'm not offended if, when Gary Owens says...
What I'm saying is like making a stereotypical black joke or stereotypical gay joke. If you're offended by that, that's a you problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, I'm not offended. I was getting ready to say, like when Gary Owens makes a black joke or he talks about black women or something, that doesn't offend me. I laugh.
Yeah. But
when we're talking about comedians, like sometimes I see some comedians, like some white comedians that'll say something and I'm like, that was a little touchy. But it doesn't, I'm not over the top like, oh shit, cancel them. But sometimes it can touch a nerve, but sometimes it's not. That's what I'm saying. I guess there's a line, and maybe it's up to that person what their line is, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense right now because I'm about 3 drinks in and 4 beers.
It is up to that person. I just don't think it should be.
No, you good, because that's where I was going with the start. Like, where is that line?
But I just don't think we should be trying to cancel people. Maybe the joke just didn't land on you, but it landed on, like, in all actuality, a lot of stuff offends a very small percentage. And where do we start changing our shit for small percentages? And that's a lot of things in society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. But like Dave Chappelle said, when he was doing the Dave Chappelle show, he said it was a white dude that was laughing a little too hard at one of his skits.
Yeah.
And that's what made him kind of say, all right. And so, yeah, I guess it's it's an individual line for each person. I would say, I guess. Like I said, I don't know how much sense I'm making. These Jack and Gingers are pretty strong.
You're looking Chinese right now. I hope I didn't offend anybody.
Well, you
And if he did,
me.
oh well. Then this ain't the channel for you.
Yeah, there's an easy thing to do with our podcast. If you don't like it, you can just hit the stop button and go on to something else.
There's a bunch of stuff you can watch.
Yeah, because we really don't care about your letters.
No. And if you send us an email, we'll read them and we'll take it into consideration. But I can't promise you anything's going to change.
Yeah, we'll probably laugh at it.
Yeah. So.
And probably bring it up on the next show.
Yeah.
So everybody can laugh at it.
Yeah. So yeah, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is people.
Tight.
Back in the second.
Sometimes people are in there feeling way too much.
Yeah. Isn't that a female tendency?
Well, yeah, but
Female tendency and bitch ass niggas.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We talked about this on the episode before. There's a bunch of bands out there. BANS. You can fill out what it is. Yeah, we talked about that before. There's a whole lot of bands.
More than usual.
A lot more than it should be.
Well, probably, but that ain't the point. There's a whole lot of bands.
I don't know. I think that is the point because I think that's where this cancel culture is coming from.
Well, what happens is when you put on skinny jeans, it changes your genetics.
Well, if you're a guy, if you're over 17 and you throw on skinny jeans, I no longer consider you a man. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I don't have a lot to do with it. What they're wearing is bleeding into their subconscious.
It could be, but like I said, in my opinion, and this ain't got nothing to do with you two fellas or anybody else out there. If you're over 17 and you have on a pair of skinny jeans, I don't consider you a man.
Damn, that's a whole hell of a lot that you consider not a man.
Well then, hey.
Well, he's got limits because I don't want to see a 5-year-old with skinny jeans. So, I mean, just that has no place in our society. If you're not a female.
Yeah, pretty much.
This could be a little off topic, but speaking of niggas who wear skinny jeans, you see that Lil Uzi Vert put the $24 million pink diamond in the middle of his forehead?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's a moron.
That's why they should have never gave some of them money. Seriously, that's nothing but a waste.
Well, nigga, what I'm saying is, see, today's dudes put $24 million in their forehead. Yeah. Niggas from our generation would rob the nigga with a $24 million. Niggas from our generation would have robbed him. He would just have a hole in his forehead.
That's what it's gonna be.
Shit, in some neighborhood, he'd have got his head chopped off, and they'd have got that shit out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna name any neighborhoods here in Richmond, but there's certain places that I won't advise him to go with that $24 million diamond in his forehead.
Only place he can go is on stage with that shit.
Yeah. Not around here. If you're in Richmond, there's certain areas of Richmond that I don't even go in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that he has security.
Well, because the security probably got too. Look, a $24 million will make some cats do some outlandish stuff, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, why would you take that job anyway?
I wouldn't.
Security for Uzi Vert?
Yeah. I wouldn't take it.
Because you got bills to pay. That's all you got. That's all I can say.
Well, then you should be one of the ones trying to rob him.
Yeah. I wouldn't take it.
Let them through like the Capitol riots. Let them just yo.
I mean, it's the same thing that happened.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all touching nerves. Y'all touching nerves. There's gonna be some people upset with y'all.
Let them on through. Let them on through.
Okay, I'm not here to please everybody.
Right.
But yeah. So, all right. So, we'll be back in a second with another segment. Version of Brews and Views this week. Nobody changed beers, did we?
I went back to the one I had in the first segment, the Captain Dynamite, for the New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. I went back to the Captain Dynamite, but not really changed.
Yeah, he changed. All right. So last Sunday was the Super Bowl.
Yes, it was.
The Chiefs of Kansas City took on the Bucks of Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Got the wrong Bay there, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming to America in my head.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I see what you were trying to do there.
Yeah, I fucked it up. The Giants of New York took on the Packers of Green Bay.
The most exhilarating victory.
Yeah. It was I'm not gonna say it was a good game, but it was an interesting game.
Yeah.
Bucks won 31-9. Handed Patrick Mahomes his worst loss ever.
Yeah.
And I think when I heard that the first time he hadn't scored a touchdown since, I don't think that's ever happened, at least maybe in high school or something. I don't know, but it didn't happen at Texas Tech. Damn sure ain't happened in the league, but Todd Bowles put the clamp down on him.
Yeah.
The true MVP of the Super Bowl, but they always give it to the quarterback. But it was good game plan,
Very good game plan.
They rushed. They they blitzed at first, but then they held off on that shit and they ain't do it no more. But they got pressure with they front four and the occasional one more guy.
Well, KC was going without their starting tackles.
It was
both of them.
Yeah.
It's a reason, but it's not an excuse.
No.
Man up. You know what I mean? The two deep safety, they took Tyreek Hill out of the game, which was I don't know why nobody ever tried that shit before, or if they had, just didn't do it well.
That's what I was about to say. Normally, if you do that, then they just throw it to Travis Kelce.
Well, that plus, come on, Josh, you football guy. You ain't got your tackle. You ain't got time for Tyreek Hill to get downfield.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Normally, they throw it to Travis Kelce, and they can protect Patrick Mahomes long enough for somebody else to get open.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the big thing, is they didn't make any adjustments, which is, I don't know, if you pay attention to Andy Reid over the years, he's not a big adjustment guy. He sticks with what he got. They do that shit, but that particular game they needed to adjust something and they did not do it.
Yeah, and it's hard to adjust when you can't protect.
That's what I was saying.
Well, I'm not saying adjust to protect. Maybe bring in another tight end or something, but it would have went away from everything that they're used to doing too.
Taking a route away.
They tried to a little bit. They tried to keep Travis Kelce in, but let's be honest, Travis Kelce don't block.
No, he don't block.
And they kept him in a few times, but it was like nobody being there. Let's just be honest with it. They tried keeping the back in a few times, but that shit ain't help. Yeah. They couldn't protect Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes had a turf toe, which
turf toe.
If you're an athlete and you've ever had turf toe and tried to run and change directions, that's one of the worst injuries you can have.
It ended Deion's career.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably was worse than let on because he had to get surgery on it.
Exactly. So he couldn't move like he normally would. You couldn't get Tyreek Hill open. The pressure's coming. It was like a perfect storm.
And you can't run.
Right. They never been a real big running team.
No,
But
Well, you won't go run on that defense anyway.
that's true.
But they did do a decent enough job where they should have at least tried to run a little more. Maybe maybe bring the chance, the off chance, if nothing else is working, maybe they'll bring a safety up if the because they were not. Edwards-Helaire had 9 carries for forget what it was, but
he did. I mean, he did break a couple of them.
It was a decent little clip, but it wouldn't have mattered. You could have put any quarterback back there, anything, and that it won't go happen.
And if you're Tampa Bay Bucks and you're Todd Bowles, do you really give a shit if they run the ball?
No.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They could have ran it for 900 yards. You still would have kept 2 safeties back. You didn't give a shit. You don't care if they ran the ball.
It's not going to get deep. Tyreek Hill.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce, I mean, he's a great tight end, but tight ends they rarely win the football game. They help win the football game, but they don't win the football game.
Exactly. So you don't care. Your big thing was don't get beat deep by Tyreek Hill. Don't let him run by everybody on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, and this is some of the coaching shit coming out in me. The draw play that the Chiefs ran where Patrick Mahomes looked to his right and then did a full pivot and gave that jump to Edwards-Helaire on his left.
Mm-hmm.
The reverse draw. That is some next level bullshit I ain't never seen. And it worked, but I had never seen that shit before. And I done seen all types of plays drawn up, whatever. I've never seen where you tell your quarterback to take a full 360 and then hand that bitch off to the running back standing beside him. I mean, Andy Reid is an evil genius.
Yes, it is.
It's like, when did they do that shit? To tell him to turn his back to the person he handing it to and spin around and hand it to him. I ain't never seen that shit.
And probably every quarterback can't do it either.
That's true, too. You probably got to have a Patrick Mahomes to be able to do it.
I mean, that dude's a wizard. Like that one joint where that bounced off of Tyreek Hill's helmet.
Yeah.
That shit where he was running and he was damn near.
Yeah. And he was falling and shit and threw that bitch 30 yards, falling to the ground or some shit. Yeah.
That's that baseball in him.
Yeah.
That baseball, that's what you want. You want a nigga that plays baseball as your quarterback.
Yeah. Not everybody has a Patrick Mahomes.
Not nobody has a Patrick Mahomes.
Look, I'm a Washington football team fan. We don't have nothing close to a Patrick Mahomes. We don't even have a Patrick Beverly.
We don't even have a Kirk Cousins.
So, yeah.
I will say this about Patrick Mahomes. If he wants to, I guess, have a long career, he's going to have to, which it works for him a lot of times, but it's going to end up getting him hurt, is that keeping the play alive, backing up, backpedaling shit. He's got that Ben Roethlisberger type of shit, which it works for Ben Roethlisberger, but he got all broke up and, he can barely walk and shit now. Yep. It's a couple quarterbacks, like even, is it Josh Allen? For Buffalo, he does the same shit. That shit's it's going to end up getting you hurt. It's going to shorten your career. So, I mean, it works, but it's not.
It's no different from Cam Newton.
Yeah, but Cam Newton's big. That's what I'm saying. That, and it's not going to hold up.
No. Look, in the NFL, everybody's athletic. Even the defensive players, even the linebackers, defensive line, everybody's athletic.
Except for Tom Brady. He's not athletic.
Well, he's not athletic, but Tom Brady is cerebral, and he gets down. He don't take a lot of hits.
He's got the rules tilted in his favor.
Yeah, true. But if a motherfucker get close to Tom Brady just fall down. He don't take the hits.
I saw one joint where he was in like the middle of it was against the Saints, where the pocket had collapsed on him, and the dude just grabbed his jersey, and he just went down like it won't even. And
exactly,
that's how you play 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's how you play.
Don't worry about getting your legs caught up in nothing. Just go down.
Yeah, That's what I'm saying. So Tom Brady just goes down because eventually Father Time takes the athleticism away from you eventually, and Father Time is undefeated in that shit. He'll take the athleticism away from everybody. Nobody beats Father Time.
That's it. And we talk about Brady, who didn't have a whole lot of athleticism to begin with.
Right. I mean, look, when I was 16 years old, I could run a football. Like you pitch me the ball or hand it to me, nigga, I was nice.
Invincible.
I'm 43 now. If you hand it to me now, I'm gonna hand it back to you. I can't do it like I did when I was 16, 17.
Can't pop up off this couch that I've been sitting on for 3 hours.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do none of that shit.
Yeah. My knees hurt because it's too cold outside. That's where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in the day, it was like, yeah, let's go out and play football in the snow. And now my knees are hurting because it's cold.
Yeah. Now, if you want me to play 5 snaps, I got to stretch for an hour.
Right. I got to stretch for an hour and rub icy hot on my legs.
And you can't space them 5 snaps out. I got to get them all at once.
Yeah. I have a saying.
Well, go ahead.
I have a saying that I tell the boys, my sons and everything. It's like, yo, I got one run left in me that I can take the jump and probably for about 40 yards, I can house it. But you better have the ambulance sitting in there in the end zone because I'm scoring and I'm jumping right in the ambulance. I need oxygen. Yeah. And I'm gonna need oxygen and just wheel me straight to the hospital. I got one in left.
Like I say, I'm not as good as I once was, but I can be as good once as I ever was.
Exactly. That's exactly.
And I feel that.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's one of the things that makes Tom Brady so great. It's, you know, people bringing up this argument. There's plenty of people who got, you know, better skill than him, you know, better arm and all that shit. Which is, of course, like he might not even be in the top 200 of people with, you know, athletic ability as far as people that play quarterback. But it's his longevity has a lot to do with it, and it's the brain aspect, man.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Because if you asking me top 5 quarterbacks of like that can actually play quarterback, he's nowhere near my top 5.
No.
But if you're asking me of football player that's cerebral that can play the game, he's probably number 1.
Peyton Manning might be close second, but it's hard, man. It's hard. That dude, just the way the command he has, and also the ability. It's like that, the lifting of the other players around. You know, kind of like what LeBron James does. You know, LeBron James ain't the greatest player. You know, some people are arguing that he's the greatest, but it's not that he's got the most skill ever. It's what he does to people around him.
The only people that's arguing he's the greatest ever is the people that never saw Jordan play.
Right. But to your point, he is cerebral like that. I mean, like they said, he said when you're going against LeBron, he's not competing against you. He's competing against your coach.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the skill or the thing like that. And it's people make it about rings, but it ain't about rings. If it was about rings, then Bill Russell would be the best, you know.
Yeah.
It's longevity.
Well, they launched a crusade to kind of diminish the big man, which is why he doesn't get his.
Yeah, maybe, but still, man.
Look, I know this is off topic, but if we're talking top 5 in the NBA, I have Mike 1 and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 2. People can say what they want about LeBron or maybe Magic or Bird or whoever. Nobody is better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
When you talk about those guys like the Jordans, the Kareems, the Shaqs, the Wilts, like they changed the rules to make it harder for them. Exactly. When you talk about LeBron, they changed the rules to make it easier for him.
Exactly. Like Patrick Ewing in college basketball is the reason that there is a goaltender in college basketball. Because before Pat, there was no goaltending in college basketball.
And like you said, people like Pat, Mutombo, all those shot blockers. That's why there's a defensive 3 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people only remember like 80s Kareem.
Yeah.
It's 70s Kareem that is, late 60s, 70s Kareem that's that dude.
Milwaukee Bucks Kareem.
Yeah, man.
Lou Alcindor.
Lou Al.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Yep, Lou Alcindor before he was Kareem.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And Tom Brady fits into that.
It's just,
I mean, I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'll be honest with you.
I'm
not a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah, I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I wasn't a Jordan fan, but I recognize greatness when I see it.
Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Fucking great.
That's what I was getting ready to say. This man took the Tampa Bay Bucks. I want people to think about that. The Bucks.
The worst franchise in NFL history.
A franchise worse than Washington. He took the Bucks to the Super Bowl.
Aside from them 5 years, the Tony Dungy, Gruden years,
yeah,
they are even Cleveland's better than them.
The only franchise I can say that's worse than the Bucks is the Jets. Now, if Tom Brady takes the Jets to the Super Bowl, then he has got my vote for the GOAT. He's the greatest ever. If a nigga can take the Jets to the Super Bowl.
But he ain't stupid. He's cerebral, so he'd never go there.
If he can take the Jets, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. If he can take the Jets are the final level. You know how when you play video games, you got the boss. Tom Brady, all the other levels, but he up on the boss level now. If he can beat the Jets, if he can take the Jets to the Super Bowl.
Or Washington.
Oh, yeah, Washington.
Have him in the playoffs. I think he could do it.
Well, Washington was already in the playoffs. You talking about
not Washington, I'm talking about the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He would definitely have the Jets in his playoffs. Now, the Jets winning the Super Bowl, I ain't ready to say that. It's the Jets.
No.
I'll say it. Mark Sanchez had him in the AFC Championship. Tom Brady can get him 2 more games. Yeah. So yes. I'll say it.
Oh,
just think of how stupid that sounds, though. The Jets Super Bowl champion. Just think of how dumb that sounds.
Ain't too far off saying the Bucks.
True.
That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I think people are trying to make this comparison or make sense. They're trying to shit on Bill Belichick now. Man, that shit, they need to stop with that, man. They need to stop with that.
Look, Bill Belichick got the Patriots to 7-9 with 9 starters opting out. 9.
Quarterback with COVID.
Right. Quarterback with COVID and 9 starters opting out, including 3 All-Pros.
Yeah.
And what, like 3, like 2 of your running backs?
Right. And you went 7-9. And that deserves some credit.
That deserves a whole lot of credit.
Yeah.
Because if I'm coaching it and 9 starters opt out, I'm fully expecting 3-13. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm expecting to beat the Jets once and catch somebody slipping once. That's it. That's all I'm expecting. Because, it's the Jets. I can beat the Jets. And then I'll catch somebody slipping that, maybe taking us easy. And I'll catch them slipping. Yeah, I'll catch Washington slipping or something. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So
yeah. Washington likes to lose to those teams they shouldn't lose to.
Yep.
Beat the teams they shouldn't beat.
Mm-hmm.
Washington likes to lose to everybody. And I'm a Washington fan. I love Washington. Side note, I'm going to say this on this podcast. I hope somebody from Washington is listening. If Chase Young is involved in any of the trade talks you're talking about a quarterback, I'm driving to D.C. and I'm smacking the shit out of somebody. I'm just being honest. Somebody going to get smacked. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody going to get smacked.
I'm rolling with you, Justin. Yeah.
I got the newest car. I'll drive.
There it is.
Okay. Full disclosure. I'm just telling you.
So you make that move, and Brews and Views is coming to get you.
Yeah. If y'all trade Chase Young, you're gonna see 3 black dudes show up at Redskins Park. Just line up, somebody getting smacked, and we'll leave. We don't even want nothing else. We just gonna leave after we smack people.
Oh no, we're not. Then we're gonna do a show about it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is no Chase Young for Deshaun Watson?
No.
No Chase Young for Patrick Mahomes.
No. Listen. I'll give you anybody else on the team. But I'm not giving you Chase Young.
I'm not giving you McLaurin.
Yeah, well, for Patrick Mahomes, I might give you McLaurin.
No, that defeats the purpose because we don't have the speed that he's going to need if he comes.
Yeah, that's true. But Chase Young is off the table. Like, if I call you and say, hey, man, like if I call the Seahawks and say, hey, man, what it was going to take to get Russell Wilson, and they say Chase Young, I'm going to hang up the phone. All right, then. Well, we good. Yeah.
You a good one because I'm actually developing a list of them that I'm about to like. Nope, because I'm not giving up Payne either.
Yeah.
Right about now. So,
but see, I'll give you Payne for Russell Wilson. It just depends on how much more you want. If I give you Payne, I'm not giving you 3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I give you Payne
because at this point,
I give you Payne and a first for Russell Wilson. I'm not giving you Payne and 3 firsts.
Here's my problem. I'm at the point where I'm not sure I want Russell Wilson. Not that he's garbage, because I'm not saying that, but he's 32, 33. Like, he's on the downside.
Get Russell Wilson, you'll probably win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if you don't, 2 years from now, we're going to be right back in the same spot we're in now, looking for another quarterback.
That's at the point. That's not the point, Cliff.
That is the point.
No, it's not. That is, for these next 2 years, I'm going to win Super Bowl. Now, after that, I need to find another quarterback. For the next 2 years, I'm winning Super Bowl.
That means we're going to be even worse than we are now in 2 years.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, we got Super Bowl rings. I can
a modern Super Bowl.
I can talk shit. I can talk shit for the next 2 years.
You're giving Daniel Snyder too much credit.
Well, that may be true. So, the next question I have for you two is, how long do y'all think Tom Brady's going to play?
Well, at this rate, at least 10 more years.
He said at least 10.
He's 43.
Yeah, he's 43.
I think at least 45.
Yeah, 45 is probably a good one.
Because they got to give up a couple of these free agents, but the free agents that they give up, they can find anybody to replace them. Because they still got Ronald Jones. They still got. You got Mike Evans talking about he'll give up some money. You know what I mean?
Do you think they'll win another Super Bowl in Tampa?
I think they can. I think the Rams is going to be a tough out next year, though.
Yeah, the Rams. Seahawks are always a tough one. The Rams and Green Bay is always a tough one.
Green Bay, well, yeah, they are, but they always go 13-3 or 12-4, and then they bow out in the playoffs. Now, a healthy San Francisco is still a tough out too. A healthy San.
And you don't know how this quarterback tree is going to shake out. What if San Francisco gets somebody like Russell Wilson?
It's a wrap.
That's a dynasty.
Yeah. You never know how this quarterback thing is going to shake out. So.
And then the Chiefs are still angry. They're going to be more angry next year.
The Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They don't even need to be angry. They're the Chiefs.
What if Washington wound up with Aaron Rodgers?
Then you got a Super Bowl in Washington. And if that's the case, I'm going to be a complete asshole for the next 2 years. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's going to be a lot of people that ain't going to like me.
We get Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to be the biggest Aaron Rodgers dick rider you ever seen in your life.
I'm getting me an Aaron Rodgers jersey, a Washington Aaron Rodgers jersey, and I'm gonna be a complete asshole. People gonna be like, "Damn, here comes Just again." Here comes Just again. I don't want to talk to his ass.
That'll never happen.
No, it won't. It won't. Not at all. Not at all.
We'll get RG3 back. He's looking for it. Did he get picked up?
I don't know, but I don't want him back.
No, he didn't get picked up. What kind of question is that?
I can't believe he got picked up when he did.
Yeah, I don't want him back. He was good for 1 year, but after the knee injury, it's just like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I don't know. I know next year is going to be. I can't wait to see what the quarterback situation is going to be. Oh, and that dude from that Urban Meyer hired, he resigned already. So
Listen, you can't hire a nigga that's accused of racial shit and then just bring them along and expect NFL players to go with you.
No, that shit might be all right for sophomores and freshmen in college.
Exactly.
That shit ain't gonna fly in an NFL locker room.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. Not at all. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully next week won't be no snow and stuff, so we can get back to our table and
Exactly.
wild out there at the table.
Exactly.
I can act a fool, say some crazy shit. You know? Yeah, this has been Brews and Views episode 30, the Skype version. So we'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
Peace. Yep.
Peace.
Peace.